Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guest today is Jenny Thielman from the History Center. Jenny, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, as you as well.
I reached out because I got an email that was like 18 pages long of all the stuff the History Center has going on.
Sounds about right.
Regular events, special events coming up, and I said, okay, you need to come in and kind of run down the
I'll
list
give you the
for
cliff
us.
notes. Yeah.
And a lot of really creative events, too. And I think this is one of the things that you all are best at is, now, I am a history buff. So if it's got history, I'm in. But, some people think of history as, something that might be, boring.
I've heard that before.
Yes, but you, as well as anybody, find ways to
make it fun.
To make it fun and interesting and dress it up and still focus on the content, which is the important thing, because that's what the History Center is for, to preserve and tell the story of Linn County. So now that we've set that up, tell me about some of the things. Let's start with kind of the regular things.
Sure.
Just to kind of briefly talk, because I know there are some kind of, monthly events or quarterly events that go on all the time, walking tours and such.
Walking tours, you typically think of walking tours being in the summer. Well, that is a very popular thing we offer in the summer. We do have a couple Skywalk tours coming up. So we take the tour indoors through the Skywalks of downtown Cedar Rapids. So we have one coming up on March 10th and one coming up on March 24th. And so basically we just take a look at downtown Cedar Rapids from the perspective of the Skywalk.
I got to tell you, this makes me feel really old because I remember when the Skywalks were new.
Were built? Oh, boy.
And now they're a part of our history.
Right. Yes, they are part of our history. Well, we're making history every day. So, yeah. So that's walking tours coming up, Skywalk Tours. We also have a Meet the Author event coming up. Heather Gudenkopf is coming to talk about her books. And Swamp Fox Bookstore will be setting up a pop-up book sale during her event on March 24th. So excited to have her. Yeah. Chew on This is a lunch and learn program. And we've got our curator, Tara Templeman, coming in and talking about her putting together the current exhibit on Grant Wood that we have, the Grant Wood Seriously Silly exhibit.
Yeah, and now this is maybe not the Grant Wood we think of.
Right. It's a totally different side of Grant Wood. It's his sense of humor, his quirkiness. He was quite the prankster, jokester. He was actually really a funny guy, a quirky guy. So, the exhibit talks about that, but her talk at Chew on This will talk more about her thought process and putting the exhibit together. Maybe some pieces that didn't make it into the exhibit. So that'll be interesting.
Some people don't know just how, funny he was, but I'm thinking, but his art, so much of his art has a lot of humor in it.
Right.
I think I think it's at the Figgy, but there's a bench that he carved when he was on the faculty at McKinley School, which was a high school at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was the bench that sat outside the principal's office. And I forget the quote, something along the lines of, here sits they who await their punishment.
Yes, yes.
Or something just
right,
insane, insanely crazy like that.
Yeah. I love that. So that'll be a good one. That's March 31st at the History Center. It's a lunch program, so bring your sack lunch. We provide the program and a dessert.
And you're also doing at the other end, continuing the food theme, or the refreshment theme, because you got the Chew on This, you do the Bite of History, which takes place at a restaurant, and now you've also moved into happy hour.
Yes,
my favorite time of the day.
So. We're trying to come up with ways of getting different people into the building and seeing our exhibits and enjoying our space. And so came up with History Happy Hour. It's from 4 to 6 on the first Thursday of every month. We've got live entertainment. The exhibits are open, and we have a bar. So come in, get a drink, enjoy some music and some entertainment, and then get to have a chance to view the exhibits.
So that's just really that's not a program
it's
so
not a
much.
Program.
It's just a chance to come in and walk around.
It's a good excuse to get together with friends in someplace different. And then we do have some history trivia laid out on the tables. So it's all Linn County, of course, so you can kind of test your Linn County trivia knowledge. But yeah, so it's just a reason to come and check us out.
So those are some of kind of the recurring events, but you've also got some big special events coming up this spring.
We have a big one, History Headline Hijinks. And
again, focusing on the lighter side. I
yes,
love it.
so we've scoured the newspapers and come up with the most bizarre headlines that were printed in the newspaper, and basically it's kind of like Whose Line Is It Anyway? We have an improv troupe called Living Improverty, and
seen them, they're
yeah,
great.
they're fabulous. We had them last year, and the program was just hysterical. And so basically they draw a headline out of a hat, they read the headline, and then they act it out improv, and it was absolutely hysterical, and it was a sold-out show. So if you're into improv, I would suggest getting your tickets early. That takes place on a Friday, March 27th at the History Center. Again, we'll have the bar open, so the more you drink, the funnier they are.
That's right. As anyone who's done comedy says,
Yeah.
the more cocktails you have, the funnier I am.
Yes. So, but even without the cocktails, they're a hoot. So, but then they do the improv with that headline, and then we tell the real story. Okay, here's what really happened, and here's what went down in the newspapers. So, you get to learn something along the way.
And who finds those headlines? Is that does Tara do that? Do you
Tara,
do that? Yeah.
myself, Kelly, our research, everybody, all hands on deck. And as we're doing research for other projects, things just appear, and so we have a file that we just kind of keep all of that in.
What do your newspaper archives look like? Because I always kind of think of the microfilm at the library.
Well, yeah,
that they have for maybe still do.
And
for
that's
a long
what we
time.
use. And we use the digitized,
Do you have those too?
Yes, yeah. We have digitized newspapers, and we use the library resources a lot too. So,
just the Cedar Rapids Gazette, or I'm sure
it's
you've got
all of Linn County.
There are but there are other papers that
Sure.
published for many years that don't exist anymore.
Yes, so like the Republican and the Evening Gazette, things like that. So yeah, we go way back as far as we can and find whatever stands out and we think is funny.
What's the newest exhibit that the History
so right
Center
now
has
we
up?
have Grant Wood,
the Grant Wood
Seriously
one,
Silly.
Yeah.
And then we are also showcasing the Rinderneck, celebrating 145 years of Rinderneck. I hope I got that right. And that actually is in its final stages. So there's only 2 weeks left of that exhibit that will close on March 14th.
People may not know about this, but that's one of the things that the History Center does is when a company is celebrating a significant anniversary, you go in, you work with them to put together an exhibit, things out of their history,
tell their
and stuff,
story, and showcase what all the amazing things they've accomplished in their existence. And that's really fun because we're constantly getting requests for new exhibit showcases and things. So we're always doing something new. History Center isn't a one-stop shop. Been there, done that.
Yeah, that's the other thing is you may say to yourself, well, I went a 3 years ago and it's all the same stuff. Yeah, but not so much.
Not so much. We have like 90,000 artifacts in our collection, so it would be impossible for us to showcase it all at once. So we pick and choose what stories we tell. Exhibits stick around for 6 to 8 months or so, and then we swap it out with a new story. So yeah, after Rinderneck, we'll be talking about Quaker oats.
Oh.
So.
A significant part of Linn County's history.
Yeah.
Huge. Well, if people want more information about any of this stuff, we've hit you about a lot of stuff, and I know that there are other things coming up too. They can check you out on social media or visit your website, which is?
Our website is historycenter.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. Find us on the socials, but website's a great place to start or stop down and give us a visit.
And again, that the improv show, that sold out last year. So if that sounds like fun, get your tickets now.
Absolutely.
Again, historycenter.org if you'd like more information about any of these things that we've talked about. Jenny, thanks for being here. Come back in a few weeks. And I know you've got another raft of special things coming up later in the spring. So
Always.
Let's talk. All right?
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Take care. You can hear The Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekdays at 10:30, on demand at kcck.org/culture, or subscribe using your favorite podcast player. Watch our videos on the KCCK Facebook and YouTube channels. Our producer is Lydia Kilgore. The Culture Crawl theme is composed by Vivian Shanley. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.